Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Kaif Shakir and I'm foundation level student at Rehan School F8 campus Islamabad, and today I'm doing my callannie and my topic is Earth. So let's start it. Hello Maya, can you listen me?
Loud and clear, Cave. It sounds like you've got a bit of a mission today. The Earth is a massive topic. Where do you want to dive in first?
My first question is that what is Earth and how did it from?
At its simplest, Earth is our home, the third planet from the sun, and the only place we know of that's actually got life. As for how it flowed or formed, it all started about 4.5 billion years ago from a giant cloud of gas and dust. Gravity pulled everything together into a hot, molten ball that eventually cooled down to give us the crust we walk on. It's kind of wild to think we're basically living on a cooled down space rock. Do you want to know more about how the oceans formed or maybe what's happening deep inside the core?
Why is Earth called our home?
Because it's the only place in the entire universe where we can actually breathe the air and drink the water without some kind of fancy spacesuit. It's got this perfect balance of temperature and atmosphere that lets us exist. It's the only spot we found that's just right for us. Does that make sense, or do you think we could find another home somewhere
How
else
old
in
is the
space?
Earth?
I'm guessing you mean the Earth.
How old
It's
is the
about,
Earth?
I've got you, about 4.5 billion years old. It's a lot of birthdays. Does that sound older or younger than you expected?
Okay. How did
So,
life first
what
begin
else?
on Earth?
That is the million-dollar question. Most scientists think it started in the oceans about 4 billion years ago. Simple molecules probably bumped into each other in warm, mineral rich water, maybe near deep sea vents, and eventually formed the first basic cells. It's a bit like a cosmic chemistry experiment that actually worked. I can tell you about the first creatures that showed up after that if you're curious.
Okay. What make Earth
So,
unique in the solar system?
for starters, we've got liquid water on the surface, which is like the secret ingredient for everything alive. Then there's our atmosphere. It's the perfect mix of nitrogen and oxygen to keep us breathing and protect us from the sun's nastier rays. Most other planets are either frozen wastes or scorching ovens. We're just in the Goldilocks zone where everything is just right. Do you think
How do
there's another planet out
continents
there that
how do
I think you're asking?
continents move over time?
Kate, I have to stop you right there because our session is actually about to end in a minute. I don't want you to get cut off mid sentence. We can definitely talk about moving continents next time, so feel free to call me back whenever you're ready to dive back in.
How
It
do
was great talking with you.
continents I said how do continents move over time?
I really wish I could tell you right now, but our time is actually up for this session. I don't want us to get cut off while I'm explaining tectonic plates. Just call me back and we'll pick up exactly where we left off. Bye for now.
Okay. What is
Catch you
plate
later.
tectonics?
I think you mean plate tectonics. I'd love
Yes.
to explain it, but our session is officially over and we're about to be cut off. Call me back and I'll give you the full rundown.
How are mountains formed?
Kaif, I'm so sorry, but the timer is officially out. We're about to be cut off, but I promise to explain.
Okay, my question is that what role does the sun play in sustaining Earth?
Oh, the big engine in the sky. It's basically our ultimate battery. Without it, everything stops. No photosynthesis for plants, which means no food or oxygen for us, and we'd just be a giant frozen rock floating in space. Plus, it drives the entire water cycle. Do you want to dive into the physics of it or more of the biological side?
Why are rainforests important?
They're basically the planet's lungs. Between scrubbing the air of carbon dioxide and housing more than half of the world's plant and animal species, they keep the whole global system in balance. They go, the climate goes with them.
Okay. Why are deserts
So
important?
they get a bad rap for being empty, but they're actually huge players in the global ecosystem. For one, deserts produce a massive amount of mineral rich dust that travels across oceans and actually fertilizes the rainforest we were just talking about. It's a wild connection, right?
How do glaciers shape Earth's surface?
They're basically giant slow motion bulldozers as they slide across the land. They carve out massive U shaped valleys and gouge out deep basins that eventually become lakes. They also push mountains of rock and soil ahead of them, leaving behind these strange ridges and plains of debris once they melt. It's essentially the most patient way to remodel a landscape.
Okay. How do
Anytime.
scientists study Earth's history?
It's basically like being a detective, but the clues are millions of years old. They mostly look at the layers of the earth, stratigraphy, where the deeper you go, the further back in time you're traveling. Then you've got fossils, which are like frozen snapshots of what used to live there, and ice cores from glaciers that trap tiny bubbles of ancient air. It's pretty incredible that we can actually read the atmosphere from a million years ago just by drilling a hole in the ice.
What are fossils?
In the simplest terms, they're the remains or traces of ancient life that have been preserved in rock. It's not always a whole skeleton either. Sometimes it's just a leaf imprint, a footprint, or even a piece of ancient poop that turned to stone. It's basically nature's way of keeping a permanent record of everything that's ever lived.
How do fossils reveal ancient life?
Think of them as the ultimate time capsules. By looking at the shape of a fossilized tooth, scientists can tell if a creature was a predator or a plant eater. If they find a certain type of shell in a place that's now a mountain, they know that mountain used to be an ocean floor. It's like putting together a giant planetary puzzle to figure out who lived where and how the world shifted around them.
What happened during the Ice Age?
Basically, the world went through a massive deep freeze. Huge sheets of ice, some miles thick, crawled across entire continents, pushing everything out of their way. It wasn't just one long cold snap either. It was a series of glacial periods where the sea levels dropped because so much water was locked up in ice. It's also when we saw those iconic creatures like woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers evolve to handle the chill.
So, viewer,
It's
this is my
wild to
call, and I hope you like it. Meet you in the next video. Pakistan Zindabad. Khuda Hafiz.